I really didn't know any better. The naivety worked for me because I got to start with a blank piece of paper. So I kind of came back to New York, and I'm talking to people who go to nightclubs and work at Sephora or MTV or Chase Bank, and I learned there was a real cynicism when it came to giving to charities. Where does my money go? How much of my money is actually going to get eaten up by overhead and salaries? And then I learned there was data behind that. So USA Today, I think it was, had done a poll that found 42% of people said we don't trust charities. And the biggest problem people had was just all around money. Like, where does the money go? Where does my money go? What does my money do? So the only person I thought that, just as I looked at models, the only person I thought had kind of solved this with a drop the mic moment was this billionaire hedge fund manager called Paul Tudor Jones. And he was in New York City, and he started something called Robinhood. And he basically said, I'm a billionaire. I can afford to pay the overhead for my charity so that 100% of what you all give public will go directly to helping youth in underserved and underprivileged education situations. So that was so successful, he eventually got bigger than the overhead he wanted to pay, and he put together a small board. So I remember writing him a letter 16 years ago. He never wrote me back, but kind of said, well, I don't have $1 billion, but I think I have a couple $100. And I went to, it was Commerce Bank at the time, on Broadway and Bond in New York, and I opened up 2 separate bank accounts. I said, I'm going to try and raise all the overhead separately from a small group of people, and then I'll make this public promise in the other bank account that whatever a donor gives, 100% will go directly to the field to directly construct water projects. So that was really, it was a simple idea. We could just say forever, 100% of your money goes directly to fund water projects.